Welcome back, Bachelorette, Bachelor fans.
Hi.
Stacey B, husband. Another episode.
The best part about tonight's episode is this ice cream. This was one of the most annoying, frustrating, stupid, horrendous, just mind-boggling, frustrating episodes I've ever seen. I'm really pissed. Like, Ashley is at an all-time low. She started off like so hopeful, going on this great date with Ben F. Things were going great. She was her old self, like she's making little jokes, like, "Oh, let's kiss in mind," because we can't in front of a temple. I'm like, "Oh, okay." It was the first date where she wasn't second guessing like whether the guy liked her. She was just enjoying herself.
Wait, who was the girl like a couple seasons ago who like kind of teased the guy about kissing? The nanny? Or
that was the hot nanny, Michelle.
Was that Michelle?
No,
that wasn't Michelle Money. It was like
the nanny, Elizabeth.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, except they had a legitimate reason. They were like at a public temple.
I don't know. I don't think it was as bad as like the last 2 weeks were. Like 2 weeks ago, that episode was so bad, but this one, I don't know, it started out with promise. That date was like kind of going well, wasn't it? The first date?
First date was the only good part of the entire episode. The wrestling thing.
I'm defending the
Thai
what is wrong with
boxing
this picture?
Was so stupid. So stupid. And then the 2-on-1 date, it was like these two losers are on a date with her, and she like kicks them both off. So, but the most annoying part is like Bentley. We're like so expecting Bentley. Bentley, by the way, there is no doubt that this guy was casted. They had an open casting call of like, we're having the most boring season of The Bachelorette ever. All these guys are jerks. Let's hire someone specifically to mess with Ashley, because otherwise the season's going to be really boring. And like, lo and behold, this guy is the only drama going on this season. That and the fact that Ashley's worst enemy is herself. This girl, like, so insecure. And it's like, are we supposed to enjoy watching her? Because usually the Bachelor or the Bachelorette is somebody captivating, intriguing, someone that like you look up to, and that you really are rooting for them to find somebody. Ashley's never going to find anybody. She's so, like, has so much self-doubt. And she's got these two perfectly nice guys like JP and Ben F, who like are adorable, and anyone would like them.
And he makes wine.
He makes wine, and his hair is all curly, and he looks like that tennis player.
Ashley wines. Maybe she'll like the winemaker.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed because they make this show, she's making this show, look like the dumbest show of all time. Like, how am I going to be able to continue to say that I blog about The Bachelor when, like, she's the Bachelorette? I mean, she's just...
Well, outside of Ashley just being absolutely kind of unwatchable, like, ABC has to take some of the blame, don't they?
Chris Harrison.
What's going on with this Muay Thai fighting? Like, what did they think was going to happen when, like, guys are going in and using, like, elbows and forearms and, like, smashing them against, like, other contestants on the show? Like, it was so stupid.
And what does that prove? Like, how is that her getting to know people?
Gotta fight for Ash.
I mean...
That was retarded.
Besides watching guys, like, run around half naked, which I think, like, maybe women are supposed to be excited by, but it didn't do anything for me. I was not into it. I'm really upset right now. I just think that this is like a waste of a season. It's a waste of Monday nights. This show used to be good. This show used to be something that you'd look forward to, and like, is she going to fall in love? Are the guys going to be into her? Like, what kind of dates? No one cares, because she just whines, and she's got like, such potential to like really be happy, and she's obsessed over a guy that's a jerk. Speaking of which, Chris Harrison, why can't you just tell her? Just tell her that he's a jerk. Just say, Bentley's not into you. He's been playing you. End of story. I mean, she says she wants closure. Can't that be closure? Why do they have to fly this guy in?
Show her the footage. Show her the footage.
Show her the footage.
Show
it was
her the
ridiculous. On another note, I'm like done talking about this show. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it. It's so upsetting.
Very angry.
I'm so angry. I was getting a manicure today with a friend, and while I was there, I guess she overheard us talking about The Bachelor. Turns out this girl knows Mickey. She's like family friends with him, and she's like, "Oh, what do you think?" First she says, "What do you think of Mickey?" I'm like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I heard you talking about The Bachelor." And so I was like, Mickey. I was like, well, he went on a one-on-one date in Vegas. They didn't really seem to have much chemistry. They didn't make out, but she's kind of into him. He's still around. And then she tells me that she knows him. So I'm like, oh, what if I had said something totally mean about him? Sorry, I've totally dominated this conversation.
You know, you've got a lot of anger. You've got a lot of strong feelings. I will say at this point, now that we can all agree that like no one is really kind of in Ashley's corner, why not just have Bentley come back, have him reinserted into the lineup of guys? That seemed to be what ABC was maybe hinting at, that all these guys are going to react to the fact that Ashley is like in Hong Kong and it's now like, 8 weeks into the show and she's still hung up on this guy from like week 4 and like all these other guys are turned off from it.
I would leave.
That would be great. It would be great if all of them were like, you know what, and we're out. And
this may be...
That would be entertaining. I'd want to tune into that.
If they're looking for a new twist or an ending that's never happened, like, yeah, having a Bachelorette where all the guys just leave because they're not interested, I mean, that would be a surprise, shocking ending.
Now, is there a tabloid that's out on the newspaper stands that's claiming that she's engaged?
Yeah.
Is that like
I think Life and Style reported that she's engaged. They also reported today, by the way, the big news is that Chris Lambton and Peyton Wright are engaged. Which is even more upsetting than tonight's show because Chris Lambton may have been our last hope. Are you checking your email?
I'm checking our timing.
Chris Lambton was our last hope to have a civilized, exciting, fun, non-annoying, amazing season. And he's engaged now. I don't know what that says. That might say there's no more eligible men back in America. I don't know. What do you think?
I think Chris getting engaged saved my marriage. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Peyton. I get to keep Stacey B now.
I was never going to leave John.
I like this angry blogger.
I'm so angry.
You're very angry.
I'm so angry.
You know,
let's talk about Father's Day.
Yes. I was supposed to travel down to Maryland to hang out with my family, but I had this... Where's this thing? I've had this heat pad on my back for like 3 days.
85.
Freaking thing. We have too much crap here. This heat pad has been
angry.
a lifesaver because my 85-year-old back gave out on me and wouldn't even let me really travel.
How'd that happen?
Lifting weights, probably doing some free weight activity that I probably should have, done with a professional. But it is what it is. I'm feeling much better about,
So the husband stayed here yesterday.
18 Advils later.
Father's Day. I ventured to my sister's house. And my 4 nephews, I traveled like 2.5 hours to see them, and I get out of the car, and the little babies, the 2-year-old twins, are like, where's... I'm not going to say
Uncle Husband.
Uncle Husband! Where's Uncle Husband? Like, they have no interest in me whatsoever. And I'm like, hi. I just traveled all day.
I am a human jungle gym for them.
I know, but I'm so fun. They used to
You are fun.
I don't even talk about The Bachelor with them.
Well, that's probably, probably a good thing.
Yeah.
We're about 8 minutes in here.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I barely blogged about tonight's episode. So angry that, I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to pretend it never happened.
You know what was really good? The Muay Thai food that we had ordered in. Why can't they just take them to a Thai restaurant and have them eat, a lot of exotic things instead of, going into a boxing ring and beating the
Why
stuff
don't they
out
do,
of each other?
Jello wrestling? Why can't they do something fun? Why do they have to do Thai boxing? It's so stupid.
It's it's on par as dumb as the soap opera episode, the inevitable soap
Ames.
opera.
Is Ames alive? Is there anyone in there?
Can he sue? He should sue ABC for everything.
Poor guy. Stupid. Stupid dates. Stupid Ashley. Stupid decisions. They need to just tell her what's going on with Bentley. Or they need to bring Emily back and be like, you know what, Ashley? Nice try. You've had your run. No one likes you. Please leave. And just bring Emily back and kick off another season. And you know what? Don't even... Just clear out the guys left and just start over. That's what I'd like. I just want a new season.
I really have nothing else to add. Stacey B has kind of said it all. So, if you're continuing to watch this, good for you. And, write in. We love reading your comments.
Yeah, they're great comments.
So keep watching, keep conversing, keep pointing out facts like Ames looks like Meathead from Meatballs 2.
I'm sweating from such aggravation.
The heat pad is on.
No, I think I'm aggravated.
We need to put it on my head from watching this episode. Stacey, if you would be kind enough to just smother me. I can't watch the show anymore. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
Till next week.
Till next week.